Garage. He has left the garage, gone to the hauler, and we'll hope to speak to him shortly. Robbie Gordon, black flag for leaking water or something liquid. As they have a look at the back of his car, there was a lot of fluid on the windshield of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car, who was running right behind Robbie Gordon. When the caution occurred, Kurt Busch was several cars back in line from Gordon when he spun.
Now watch these cars on the restart, Mike. They'll stay out close to the outside wall here because all passing to the right. So you want to protect the right. But inevitably, when you get in the triangle right here, you drop down. That opens the door for somebody to go by you on the outside.
Kyle Busch to the bottom. Second place at stake here. He's going to bring Matt Kenseth in the 17 with him.
Kyle Busch will slide up in front of Ryan Newman in the 12. Matt Kenseth trying to get that run on the bottom as well. It's just hard to overtake someone, though, off turn 2 when you're on the low side.
And Kyle Busch is going for the trifecta.
Won the truck race a week ago, the Busch Series race last night.
And he had a good car in both practice sessions here yesterday. And here he is stalking his teammate.
And what I was going to say about Jeff Gordon, the 24 car right now, leading a while ago, Matt talked about his car was very tight where it was loose yesterday. The track's much cooler. When the track's cooler, it will tend to tighten the car up. Now we'll see if his car is better because it's out there in clean air. It's not behind another car.
I think you're right, Larry, but I think also these guys have been fighting loose, and probably he may have tightened it up too much for the start of this race.
Well, that 5 car, Kyle Busch, so strong through the middle of the corner, he's going to try to take the lead on the front stretch from his teammate.
Now he needs to make the pass. Jeff needs to let him go on down in there. You got to clear that guy before you get to turn 1 because you don't want to go in there side by side.
3 of Rick Hendrick Chevrolets run in the top 5. Make that 4 out of 5 with Ryan Newman's Dodge in the middle. Dick Berggren is with Kurt Busch,
who's just been watching his little brother on the monitor. So sorry you're out. It seemed as if there was some sort of fluid. We want to show you a replay of what happened. Can you tell us?
I really don't know what got underneath our tires. I mean, I lost it. I've lost it before early on, like at Darlington, but this thing snapped around so fast. Where are we? We're behind a red car. I'm back here behind Mayfield, and this thing just came around. It's unbelievable. I mean, it was like there was something down on the track. The whole windshield's covered in oil, but it shouldn't have came around like that. Usually you can get loose and save something, but go my little brother. It's all I can do now. I mean, I've got a wrecked race car. I feel real bad. I've got a nice smeared off ice Ford. It's a holiday weekend. We shouldn't be behind the wall this soon.
Is it repairable, Kurt?
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough to roam around for 600 miles and just kind of waste some time because we're going to finish 43rd pretty much. We're going to finish in the 40s. It's no real big help.
Thanks. 2 of the Penske Dodges working toward the front, trying to catch their teammate Ryan Newman. That's Rusty Wallace in the 2, Travis Kvapil in the 77.
And I've been watching Casey Kane, the 9 car, qualify back and forth. He's been on the high side, and he just does not get a good run on the high side, especially through 3 and 4.
I think these guys, though, Larry, I think when they go into the transition from daylight to dark later on in this race, some of those cars that are a little evil right now will be a little bit happier later on when the lights come on.
3rd place, Brian Vickers, trying to make it a Hendrick 1, 2, 3. Working on the 12 of Ryan Newman, the pole sitter. Matt?
I spoke with Lance McGrew, Brian Vickers' crew chief, and the crew chief that he won that Busch Series championship with. He said, you can never, Darrell, you've talked about it many times, you can never measure the importance of confidence to the equation of success. It started at Phoenix when he scored a top 5 finish. As he works on the inside of the 12 of Newman, you saw it again last Saturday night in the All-Star Challenge. He was aggressive, went for the victory. They feel like that chemistry is really now starting to show up.
Well, you're right, Maddie. I mean, once a driver realizes he can do it, that he has the car, he has a team, confidence and everything around him, he does a lot better job, and he takes that thing to the front like it's supposed to.
Kyle Busch looks like he's trying to beat Memorial Day traffic back to the house. He has opened up a 2.5 seconds on his teammate Jeff Gordon.
And I think that's part of that unpredictability that we keep talking about. Some guys, if you hit it, obviously you can get away from everybody, but a lot of guys are just struggling with this racetrack.
Dale Jarrett makes the pass for 6th. It's past Matt Kenseth. Here comes Stewart, stuck his nose in there. Almost almost got it bloodied. Ricky Rudd has a run in the 21 behind them.
But, Mike, we've been talking all week since the All-Star race. Tony Stewart in the 20 car looked like the only car that could pass anywhere he wanted to last week, and he supported it again here with a different race car. This is not the car from last week because it was involved in that big crash.
It seems like, Larry, that they've been able to get their car to work where they've always had it working, right around the bottom. Like they've got a package, shock, spring, or whatever, that there goes a 25 into second place. But it seems like the 20 cars got their stuff worked out where they can run where they want to.
The youngest two of the Hendrick Chevy drivers run 1-2 in this race. Kyle Busch and Brian Vickers. Then Jeff Gordon, their teammate and team leader. And here's Jimmy Johnson trying to three-peat in this race. Nobody's ever done that. And he moves up on Ryan Newman.
He'd been working on Ryan Newman in the 12 for about 5 laps. Ryan was just quick enough to be able to keep him behind him, but he got a great run off turn 4 that last lap, and he takes over the 4th position.
See, one of the things that Hendrick team has needed to do is get their young drivers to be able to help their 2 more experienced drivers, the 24 and the 48. Today, looks like they're helping each other pretty well.
Kyle Busch out front. He won the truck race. He won the Busch race. We listened in.
Well, we see who's got the more HP. That's cool. We'll wear them out.
That's confidence.
When you're young, you can do that, right?
A few moments ago, I was listening to Kyle Busch, and he said on the radio that he felt as if the car was on cruise control and just wondered if everybody else was that bad. He has an absolutely terrific race car right now, Mike.
Darrell, we got a 20-year-old leader and a 21-year-old driver in second place.
Yeah, well, you know, they don't have a lot of laps around this joint. That what they've done to the track is messing with them, because they're looking for new ground to plow all the time.
The other thing I do know and I see now, though, all 4 Hendrick cars are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. Rick Hendrick has about 11 wins here as a car owner.
Well, they won last night, too. So, yeah, they're on a roll. There's no question about it.
Brian Vickers dumped Mike Bliss on the last lap of the Nextel Open, then ran a clean, strong race in the All-Star Challenge, and now he's the 2nd place car tonight, Matt.
But Mike, Lance McGrew is reminding Brian this is a 600-mile event. It's not an all-star short track type feature program tonight. You need to pace yourself. He told him what his lap times were compared to the leaders. He said, look, you are not racing or trying to chase down the leader. You need to settle in and take care of your stuff. Don't over-abuse your car this early on.
Steve? Matt, listening to our pulse to Ryan Newman, he's losing some positions. He just told crew chief Matt Borland his car is very loose on entry and then really tight from the center of the turns off. Really tight.
And Steve, that's something we've been hearing here all week long. And I think what happens with that small spoiler on the back, the speeds they're entering the corner, you're going to be loose in, and they start trying to tighten them up with the chassis, and they get them not turning from the center off.
Watch that 09 tonight. Johnny Sauter last night in the Busch race made up 3 laps. Yes, he got a free pass once, but he made the other 2 up on the racetrack to take a wrecked car and bring it home in the top 20.
But the smartest thing I've heard so far is this is a 600-mile race. Don't forget.